ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day coverage on ABC 17 News starts now.
We start this morning with an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day as more snow is moving through mid-Missouri this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Burrish.
And I'm ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist John Ross.
Now, we have team coverage this morning with crews out monitoring conditions all across the viewing area to let you know what it's like when you're headed out the door. And we'll get to them in just a minute. But first, John has the latest track on the system. And John, after seeing a mix of rain and snow out over the last 24 hours, it's going to be mostly snow for today.
Yeah, exactly. We're still watching that rain hang on, really trying to hang on with all it has in our eastern communities. But we are seeing that snow start to make a little progress. First, I want to mention, before you flip that channel, we are live. Sometimes on Fox, we do a replay. This is all happening right now, 7 a.m. here on the radar. Macon, you've got snow. Moberly, snow, rain mix near Columbia, Jefferson City. We'll lump you into that as well. Likely less of the flakes mixing in. But this is going to be the case for some time, even for our eastern counties. As this line moves further east, we will continue to track it, but we do expect more snow, especially this batch near Kansas City. We expect that to work back in here to mid-Missouri. Here's a live look out at the airport. I believe we're still looking at a delayed plane there out on the tarmac. Visibility really dramatically reduced. We're at 33 degrees, so still just barely above freezing. 36 in Jefferson City, just a short drive down the highway, 3 degrees difference. And if you remember right, that is crossing that span of rain-snow mix there on the ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar. So it's a mixed bag of road conditions. We know to the north of Columbia, thanks to a report that you're going to see soon from our ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater, that roads are much worse. So we're going to keep it at a moderate impact this morning, but we will see that change heading into the evening. And we'll have more details on that coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Don't forget to download the free ABC 17 Storm Track Weather app to get the latest track and updates right to your phone. You can find it in the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now, this morning, we're checking in with local road crews to see how they're dealing with the winter weather. And right now, we're joined on the phone by Britt Smith from Jefferson City Public Works. Britt, thank you for joining us here this morning. It's good to be speaking with you again. Now, what have you and your crews been seeing out on the roads overnight?
Well, so far, we've, I don't want to say dodged the bullet, but we've dodged the bullet a little bit. It's been right on that line as we're just talking about on that weather report. So right now we're seeing mostly rain and our pavement temperatures are up. So the morning commute, although people should use caution, we don't think we'll have much effect on that morning commute, but that's going to change later today, I believe.
Yes, what are you expecting, later in the day with this additional snowfall that we're forecasted to get?
All right, I think we're going to see some, basically plowable snow, and that'll start sometime in the afternoon. Looking at the current forecast, but it is going to happen today. But it's we're only expecting probably an inch down here in Jefferson City, so we're right on that line, and I know to the north of it's a little bit different story.
Now, what should Jefferson City drivers be doing if they do have to get out on the roads today?
As I said, this morning it's mainly wet. Our pavement temperatures are above freezing. That doesn't mean that there isn't an isolated slick spot out there. So obviously increase that follow distance, use, good judgment on your speed, etc. And then this afternoon, as, conditions change, reevaluate that trip. If the snow has started, give us a chance to get out there on the roads, and don't just run out to go get the loaf of bread or milk unless you really just need to do that.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Britt. And thanks for coming on and joining us this morning. That was Britt Smith from Jefferson City Public Works. Now we're going to check in with ABC 17's Marina Diaz, who is at a crash at I-70 in the 63 connector in Columbia, which has closed the eastbound lanes of I-70 this morning. Marina, what is it looking like out there right now?
Morgan, I've been down here since about 6 in the morning. The last time I spoke with Erica about 15-ish minutes ago, they were still hooked up to the suspension and these rigs that were used to flip the truck over. They have since put those down. It looks like they are going to start trying to load this up to tow it away, but it looks like they are making progress on this. Again, I did check the MoDOT traveler map, and initially at 5:30 it said the roads would be closed for about an hour. It's since jumped to 2 hours, so I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 additional hours or if it's just going to be another hour. But I did speak to Kyle Green from the Missouri State Highway Patrol. He told me that CPD is the law enforcement agency that is handling this crash. We have reached out to them for more information, but at this time there are multiple police officers spread all the way back past where you guys can see behind this brush. There are some flares down on the ground. You can smell the smoke from them, and that's blocking the highway right now. And this is I-70 near the 63 connector. We're still working to figure out some more information. We have reached out to CPD to ask a few questions, including what led to this accident and how bad any injuries may be, but we have yet to hear back. And I'll make sure to continue to monitor this crash and provide updates both on air and online as more information becomes available to us. Reporting live in Columbia, Marina Diaz, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Marina, for keeping an eye on that crash for us this morning. We'll check back in with all of our crews throughout the morning to bring you the latest updates on conditions across mid-Missouri. Taking a quick look at the MoDOT traveler map this morning that Marina just mentioned, you can see roads in much of northern and mid-Missouri are completely or partly covered. That's the purple and blue that you're seeing there on your screen. Now we'll keep monitoring the roads and bring you live updates all morning. More than 75 schools have called off classes or switched to virtual learning today. Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton, Mexico, and Rolla are just some of the schools that have canceled class today. In other districts like Moberly, North Callaway, Stevens College, and State Fair Community College will be remote learning. A full list of school closures and changes is scrolling at the bottom of your screen, and you can also go to abc17news.com to see that full list, along with some other community closures around mid-Missouri.
It is 7:07. Welcome back here to ABC 17 Storm Track Weather on the 7s. I want to reference ABC 17's Marina Diaz's live hit she just had there from the connector at that accident. You could see the big snowflakes falling, landing on her hat and then melting, and that's kind of the situation that we have in Columbia. We still likely potentially could have a few raindrops mixing in. We're close to that line. Same for Jefferson City. You're going to see a big jump here on radar. And in fact, let me zoom in so you can focus on what I'm pointing out. We're still looking at because you see that dramatic jump here all of a sudden there. Let's put a pause on that. We're likely still in that rain snow mix zone here, but this is, if you are hoping for snow, this is a positive sign. This is what we expect to happen throughout the rest of the morning. That snow line to jump further and further towards the east, and eventually it will make its way through Osage County and into Gasconade, further through Callaway. Callaway looking again like you're mostly snow at the moment, but we would expect rain to be mixing in because you're real close to that line. We zoom out here. Let's take a live look at our Columbia cameras here, see what we can see just outside the studio. It's been actually a minute since I poked my head out the door. Looks like snow's falling. You can kind of see that if you look closely. What really paints that picture, though, is just the visibility reduction there off towards the west, and also we're looking at maybe some better accumulations in the grass, but we've seen it, and we'll show you here soon that accumulation is better to the north of Columbia. Roads still look okay. You look here at Business Loop, maybe a little snow in the median, but again, roads still passable, of course, and we're really not talking about anything impassable throughout the day today, but road conditions dramatically deteriorate to the north, and they should continue to deteriorate throughout the day. Watch this, again, this rain-snow line continuing to push there off towards the east. We are starting to see a bit more dry air in the meantime before snow fills back in, but one thing hasn't changed in the forecast is that snow does fill back in. We're going to see that return for all of us in that 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock window later on today. Now, here is a quick look at what we expect with these road conditions later on this afternoon and evening. We do expect, as I mentioned, those road conditions to deteriorate as you get towards the evening hour. This is going to be from about 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We're going to look at those temperatures falling back maybe to or below freezing as snow continues to fall. We will have more details on what that combination means for overall totals throughout the rest of the day coming up here in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Up next on ABC 17 News this morning, where the news comes first.
We continue to monitor conditions across mid-Missouri. You're taking a live look right now from our ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360. We'll continue to check in with all of our crews all morning to let you know what you can expect out the door. Stay with us. The time right now is 7:10.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it.
A 14-3 Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus a great selection in stock, ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Save big money and check out the Ritzy collection today. Right now, get this sofa for $499.99 after $100 mail-in rebate. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards.
Make the Connection provides veterans with resources and information about issues affecting their mental health, well-being, and everyday lives.
For the first time in my life, I recognized that I was not to blame. There was hope.
Listen to inspiring stories from veterans who sought mental health support and learn about the resources available to veterans at maketheconnection.net.
The thin, sweet bite to end the night. Oreo Thins.
No idea why the dog chews on me. I contain nothing that would help them live a happy, healthy life, like Nutrish, Whole Health Blend. I'm a stick, made out of stick.
Helping dogs, dog healthy.
There are 4,448 banks in the United States. So what makes Mid-America Bank so different? Well, at Mid-America Bank, serving our local communities in Mid-Missouri is what we value above all else. And we do that through integrity, community focus, excellence, and service. At Mid-America Bank, you will always get friendly, reliable service tailored to you. And that's why we say,
we're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Did you miss ABC 17 News because of your schedule? You can now catch up weeknights at midnight with a rebroadcast of ABC 17 News at 10. It's all the breaking news, weather, and stories you need to stay informed. Weeknights at midnight on KMIC.
Name of what insects might kill us with a car windshield?
Family Feud.
They gonna bust us upside the head.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 22.
Continuing our team coverage this morning, ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater is out in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 monitoring the roads along Highway 24 right now. And Nate, it looks pretty snowy right there where you are heading towards Huntsville. What are the road conditions like for you?
Yeah, really seeing those nearly totally covered roads. It's a little better now compared to even just a half hour or so ago, especially now with the sun up, getting some improvement to visibility. Still, the snow is going to be coming down. Wind blowing here, that's going to reduce that visibility somewhat as you head out this morning. And again, those roads also covered for much of mid-Missouri. As we've been driving through northwestern parts of the area, that's really where those worst roads have been for northern Mo, and continue to see that again here along Highway 24 as well. We will keep driving through this morning to keep monitoring these road conditions. Right now, stuck in a little traffic jam as people are taking it a little slower. That is good though. You definitely want to go slow and keep it safe here, but plan for extra time in case you get slowed down a bit here on the roads. Again, we will be out here all morning long to keep an update on these road conditions. For now, reporting live from the Storm Tracker 360, I'm ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll check back in with you in about 15 minutes for another update on those conditions as Nate makes his way across mid-Missouri this morning.
And it continues to look like visibility is harsh out at Columbia Regional Airport. We'll have the latest on current conditions and what you can expect the rest of your Tuesday when we come back.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
When it's a big story,
ABC 17 News is all over it. Missouri's governor has issued an executive order banning certain countries from buying farmland within 10 miles of military bases.
A Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
We found that the city of Columbia spent over $8,000 clearing homeless camps in 2023.
ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Find out why people are saying Crustaceans is the best seafood restaurant in Columbia. A fast, casual counter service restaurant specializing in fresh, carefully prepared low country boil meals, seasoned to perfection and served with a smile. And, of course, lunch specials and a happy hour from 3 to 6. Crustacean Seafood, downtown Columbia, across from the Blue Note.
Stop waiting and start living your Can-Am life today. Take on every task, trail, and terrain in a machine that will easily handle anything that comes your way. You're already overworked. Don't overpay. Precision Water and Power Sports offers fair prices and competitive financing, making it easier than ever to go out and play or get down to work. Begin your Can-Am life today. Visit online or stop by Precision Water and Power Sports on Highway 50, 20 minutes east of Jefferson City.
Palmer's has helped me come out of my shell more as a person. It's my favorite place ever. I love it here.
One big thing that keeps us coming back is being with our peers and the activities.
That has been probably the best thing, is that he gets to go do activities in the community in a safe environment.
I love coming to Palmer's Day program. We have a lot of fun and we learn a lot.
We've been very pleased with how person-centered they are, and they're very family-centered. I think we finally found our home.
Get your photos off your phone and have a Shutterfly designer create your photo book in just 24 hours for free. Get your photos off your phone and get 40% off everything with code PB40.
On the next Young Sheldon, Sheldon's got performance anxiety.
Best thing to do is get out of your head.
How do I do that?
Just turn your brain off.
It's like I'm not even your son.
The next Young Sheldon, today at 5 on Fox 22.
You're watching ABC 17 News this morning on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
It is 32 degrees now at Columbia Regional Airport, where snow has reduced visibility quite a bit. And so that's the trend that we're looking at throughout the day today. More snow and even some slightly cooler temperatures, even if it is a degree or two. And I mean that. That's about what we're looking at. A degree or two of temperature fall throughout the rest of the morning. Live look at our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar showing that snow rain line maybe lying a little further towards the east. We are cautious because it wobbles a lot. And, well, it may continue to wobble. If you're in Columbia, it's a good chance I think we hold on to snow the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. It may break apart at times, but the rain's going to continue to slide towards the east throughout the morning. Jefferson City, you still likely have some rain trying to mix in. But here outside the studio, I've seen some snow accumulating on the untreated parking lot. So that, just to give you a little bit of perspective in Columbia, what you can expect. We also have another round of snow on the western edge of this low that's going to pull through and bring us a near 100% chance for snow right through the middle part of the afternoon. We could see in some places, especially north of Highway 24, another 2 to 4 inches. The National Weather Service has areas in that direction and a winter storm warning, and that highlights the likelihood potential, highlights the potential of near 5 inches or more. And so we're looking at some good snow accumulation in that direction. It's going to be a bit more questionable in Columbia and Jefferson City, especially to the south. We're looking at maybe an inch there in some spots, so we'll be watching that carefully. But there's that rain-snow line. Again, rain retreating, 7 a.m. This is noon, more snow, and there's that 100% window, 12 o'clock to about 3 o'clock. And then we're shifting to some even lighter snow. And then whatever's here, sticks around into the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Whatever remains freezes as cold air pulls on in. And this is where we'll be talking about maybe some lingering road impacts. But really, the greatest impact is going to be while crews are trying to keep up with the snow. And that'll be during the evening hour tonight while snow is falling. And we'll call that moderate to high impacts. Here's a quick look at your ABC 17 Storm Track 7-day forecast. We do have another storm system on the way. It likely starts late Thursday as rain-snow mix, and then, well, we could keep a rain-snow mix into Friday, similar to what we have this morning, and it may still shift to snow where we could see some accumulations. Stay tuned for more details on that. What we are more certain in is the cold air that comes in behind it for the weekend. It looks cold.
Not excited for that, John.
Yeah, certainly not. We're talking highs in the 20s, maybe teens over the weekend.
Oh, goodness. Well, we'll tackle that when we get there,
for sure.
John.
One thing at a time.
Yes. Thank you for tracking everything this morning. And now we're going to check back in with ABC 17's Marina Diaz, who was at that crash at I-70 and the 63 connector in Columbia, which, as we told you earlier, has closed the eastbound lanes of I-70 this morning. But that truck was just put up right side earlier. Marina, what is happening right now?
Morgan, right now, you can't see it, but another tow truck did arrive down here. The truck is upright. The lanes are still blocked off. They still have flares out on the roadways, and CPD is still out here kind of making sure that all that traffic stays on the right-hand side and exits off to the 63 connector. I can't tell exactly how far these officers are back or how far back the roadway is blocked off, but I can tell you that it is quite a ways back. I can see the lights from back over there. But for right now, we haven't gotten a ton of information. I did just call Christian Tabak with the Columbia Police Department. He is their public spokesperson, and I just asked for some more information. We have sent an email to them, but we're still trying to work to figure out some more. I also just spoke to I-70 Trucking and Towing. They are going to give me a call back here in just a minute. Hopefully they can provide some more information about this and or just what they're seeing on the roadways as a whole. But I will continue to monitor this accident and provide updates both on air and online as more information becomes available to us. Reporting live in Columbia, Marina Diaz, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Marina. We'll be checking back in with all of our crews throughout the morning to bring you the latest update on conditions across mid-Missouri. Here is a live look out of Jefferson City this morning as we continue to monitor the roads. Still not really any accumulation there on Highway 50, but we'll keep watching for any issues. Stay with us. It's 7:22.
Name of what insects might kill us with a car windshield?
Family Feud.
They gonna bust us upside the head.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 22.
You know that guy? The one who's not afraid to ask the tough questions?
What goes into your decision making?
The guy who's looking out for your community.
Why was there no step taken?
Yeah, this guy, Lucas Geisler, only on ABC 17 News.
It just keeps getting worse.
These are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh, this is done growing in this house.
Okay.
Cracking drywall is just one sign your foundation is compromised, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Foundation Recovery Systems. For a limited time, get $525 off any repairs when you call or go online today.
I hurt my shoulder in a car wreck, but the insurance company only offered me this tiny little check.
After a car wreck, don't take a tiny check from the insurance company.
I called Mike and his team, and they got me $125,000.
Call me. I've got this.
Well, this is it. So this is your room.
Room. We just put up all my new paintings, and I even have an easel. Oh, and this is my mom.
Central Missouri Foster Care and Adoption Association, where families grow.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental.
Call 1-800-791-5994 to get your free Carefree dental card and member guide.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad. They don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago, and they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. The high school basketball season is underway, and you don't want to miss our game of the week. On Friday night at 7:30, watch MyZoo TV as the Rockbridge boys take on the Battle Spartans, live from Rockbridge High School.
Columbia Public Schools live high school basketball coverage is made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, and the Columbia Area Career Center.
It's the next big thing for social anxiety disorder.
My recommendation is that you gobble these up like Tic Tacs.
Raj finds a magic pill.
Oh my God! Wait, where are you going?
Next Big Bang.
Tonight at 6 on Fox 22.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. Problems may keep a private company from being the first to land on the moon. A fuel leak was reported hours after a successful launch early yesterday morning. Pittsburgh-based Astrobotic Technology was able to move the lander to face the sun so its solar panels could charge the onboard battery. Another private company is already planning to launch a lander next month. This comes as NASA is expected to announce a month-long delay to the first manned moon mission in more than 50 years. Artemis II was expected to launch in November and send 4 astronauts on a flyby of the moon. Now, I know, John, not exactly the same thing, but we've been talking about visibility at the airport, and this weather has made it tough out there.
Yeah, it has been tough. I know we've had a delay this morning so far. I've been watching that plane. It sat for a while. Visibility not any better. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that flight at the moment, but visibility hasn't really improved. In fact, temperatures have fallen as we continue to watch snow fill in this morning. We're down to 32 at the airport. It's all because of this large area of low pressure that sits overhead, and it has more snow on the way. Back towards the west through Kansas City, they're getting currently what we have on the way next. And so we will see more snow today. This system, though, eventually leaves us. Snow wraps up tonight. We'll warm up a little bit tomorrow. We get a little wave passing to our north, looking at Wednesday into Thursday. But we really don't see our next chance for a little wintry mix till Thursday night into Friday. That could bring some precipitation with this upper level disturbance you see rolling through, but you can clearly see it's probably got your attention. The Arctic blast, that will bring in cold air for next weekend. We're talking highs in the 20s over the weekend.
Before we go, here's another live look from the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 in the Huntsville area right now as we monitor conditions all across Mid-Missouri this morning. We'll have another check with all of our crews coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us this morning, Mid-Missouri. It is currently 7:27. Have a great day.
ABC 17 News on the Go is sponsored by Woodman Engineering, your home's comfort keeper.
At Onsite Glass, we're locally owned and provide affordable auto glass repair anywhere in mid-Missouri with no hidden fees. From your daily driver to dump trucks, we provide replacements, repairs, and recalibrations wherever you are. We come to you, so you don't have to take time out of your day to come to us. Text or call us at 573-723-1216, 573-723-1216 to schedule an appointment today. Onsite Glass, the auto glass experts.
Coming into DeLong's, I had no welding background whatsoever.
You don't need to have a degree to learn the skills that we teach here.
Everybody's just really eager to learn around here, and they're very eager to teach.
Always felt secure, never had to worry about layoffs or anything like that.
Everybody knows who you are. Makes you feel at home. Makes you feel like where you're supposed to be.
If you're excited and looking for a job and want to learn new skills, come to DeLong's.
Get the latest alerts for your location with the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app. You'll be the first to know when winter weather is on the way. Download the free app today.
Commemorate a journey, celebrate a milestone, preserve an heirloom at Duncan Diamonds and Fine Jewelry.
For 2 generations, our family has proudly served the lake as a full-service jewelry store. We take pride in our attention to quality products and services. From half-carat solitaire engagement rings to custom 10-carat creations, we can make any of your diamond dreams come true. At Duncan Jewelry, honoring our customers' trust and satisfaction is top priority. Visit online or at the lake to see how we can make your memories shine.
Sports Afield Real Estate is the premier brand for marketing farms, ranches, and recreational real estate. Our exclusive network of full-time land specialists will ensure you get the most money out of your land with the least amount of stress. Sports Afield has been synonymous with the outdoors for over 135 years. Let our trusted brand provide your property with national exposure and unmatched marketing. Give one of our team members a call today.
ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day coverage on ABC 17 News starts now.
We are continuing our expanded Weather Alert Day coverage this morning as snow continues to fall across much of mid-Missouri. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Morgan Burrish. We've got team coverage this morning with crews all across mid-Missouri to let you know about the conditions where you live. And we'll get out to them in just a minute. But first, we're going to start with ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist John Ross, who joins us live from the Weather Center with the latest track this morning. John, the rain we're seeing in some areas last night, it's mostly all switching to snow.
Yeah, that's the expectation, and we will see that happen for even the remaining communities that haven't seen snow yet throughout the rest of the morning. What I want to point out, our ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist, Nate Splater, he's in the Storm Tracker. You may have seen it at the end of the last show, maybe just now in the boxes that we showed you. That winter wonderland that he's driving through, that's in Randolph County. That's where we have a winter storm warning. To the south, everyone else is in a winter weather advisory for the potential for some accumulating snow later today. But where we have hung on to snow, you are going to see more snow there as well. And so that's where we expect things to kind of even get more snowy. Is that the word? Snowier. More wintry with even more impacts throughout the rest of the morning. So we've got more snow in that direction, but it is a dramatic change to the south, especially for the Lake of the Ozarks. Take a live look here and you wouldn't know any different. It looks cloudy, a little bit breezy. You can kind of see that west-southwest wind rushing our way on the water, but doesn't look like much in the way of precipitation. Visibility looks okay, but not at the airport. Columbia Regional Airport, looking like we're in the middle of a cloud, and that's the snow that's falling. Maybe a few raindrops mixing in, but from what we can tell, it's mostly snow at this point, 32 degrees, and so we do expect road impacts this morning. Whether you're in the winter wonderland in the north and the winter storm warning from Macon to Randolph County to Monroe, Brunswick, or Sheraton County, or maybe you're in Boone County with some of that snow starting to accumulate on some untreated surfaces, or if you're to the south. There's a wide range of impacts this morning, but most of us will see some impacts this evening. And I will have more details on that, along with another look at our ABC 17 Storm Track radar coming up here in a few minutes.
Thank you, John. Don't forget to download the free ABC 17 Storm Track weather app to get the latest track and updates right to your phone. You can find it in the Google Play or Apple App Stores by scanning that QR code on your screen. This morning, we're checking in with local road crews to see how they're dealing with this winter weather. Right now, we're joined on the phone, or on Zoom rather, there he is, by MoDOT Maintenance Engineer Jason Schaefer. Jason, thank you for joining us this morning. Jason, what have your crews been seeing out there on the roads overnight and then into this morning?
Well, for the area that we cover down along I-44, it's been primarily wet, but get north of I-70, we are starting to see more slushy snow, and so we've got quite the combination of things going on.
And what are you expecting to see, going into this afternoon as more snowfall continues to fall?
It depends upon area, but we're looking more so a little bit additional snow in the north, more rain in the south. Our concern is the temperatures dropping on the heels of this evening. So we're going to have crews out all day. We're going to be diligent to get everything taken care of just as rapidly as we're able to.
And with that being said, what should drivers know, or what should they be doing if they do have to get out today?
Excuse me. The one thing I would really recommend is none of us have driven in snow very much for the past year. So if you do have to get out, just take your time. Just keep in mind it's going to take longer to get there. Give yourself lots of room. Give other drivers lots of room. And if you don't have to go, I just go ahead and recommend staying at home if at all possible.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Jason. Thanks for joining us this morning. That was Jason Schaefer with MoDOT Maintenance. Now we are going to check in with ABC 17's Marina Diaz, who is at the crash at I-70 and the 63 connector in Columbia. That's been closed. That has closed the eastbound lanes of I-70 this morning. And Marina, last we heard from you, there were some tow trucks out there. What has happened in the last half hour?
Morgan, within the last 2 minutes, all of those trucks that were down here, the tow trucks, the police officers, the flares that were blocking the road have since all cleared out, and the eastbound lane of I-70 is back open. And I mean, this happened while you were doing that live interview, so it just happened. I did speak to Justin Nichols with I-70 Trucking and Towing, and he told me that they have had a pretty slow morning, but they have extra crews on hand to respond to accidents like the one that was out here. And I do want to note that I did see a second truck being towed away from this. I'm not sure if it was involved in the same accident, but there was a second truck. It didn't have a trailer attached to it. It was just the front end of a semi. We have reached out to CPD for more information, and Nichols with I-70, he told me to remind people to just take your time on the roadways to prevent incidents like this from happening. They do have extra crews on hand to make sure that they are able to help anybody that does get in a situation like this. But for now, reporting live in Columbia, Marina Diaz, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Marina. That's good news out there. We appreciate the crews working hard to get that cleaned up. We'll be checking back in with Marina and our crews throughout this morning to bring you the latest updates on conditions across mid-Missouri. Taking a quick look now at the MoDOT Traveler map. As you can see, roads in much of the northern and mid-Missouri regions are completely or partly covered right now. That's all of that purple and blue that you're seeing there on your screen. We'll keep monitoring the roads and bring you live updates all morning. More than 75 schools have called off classes today or switched to virtual learning. Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton, Mexico, and Rolla are just some of the schools that have canceled class for today. And other districts like Moberly, North Callaway, Stevens College, and State Fair Community College will be remote learning today. A full list of school closures and changes is scrolling right now at the bottom of your screen. And you can also go to abc17news.com to see the full list, along with some other community closures across mid-Missouri.
It is 7:37. Good morning. Welcome back to ABC 17 Storm Track Weather on the 7s. It is 7:37. I want to reiterate, we are live. I know we're on Fox. A lot of times we replay, but because of the weather alert day and active weather, we're live here on Fox. So don't flip the channel or try to figure out the time. We are live here at 7:37, and we've got snow just about to exit here in Columbia on radar. You take a close look. We may have a few flurries back towards the west, try to circle around, but we've got some dry time trying to squeeze on in here. We've seen it in Sedalia now for a few minutes, and it looks like it may be on its way for Columbia and Jefferson City. We're still tracking, though, this shifting rain snow line. It is kind of shifty. It's moving around here, bouncing around, kind of easy to keep track of because it really hasn't moved that far. Still near Jefferson City. I think maybe Columbia, from what I'm seeing on the cameras and here in person, it's mostly snow, but we are looking at that rain snow mixing together in Jefferson City. Now, if you're in Herman, over towards Gascony County in general, Gascony, Montgomery County, Montgomery City here, if you're headed to St. Louis, it's all going to be rain. If you're headed to Kansas City, that's where travel becomes a bit trickier with persistent snow throughout the morning. But again, a lot of dry time. Let's get a live look at Sedalia with that pause in the snowfall. Are we still seeing snowfall? It doesn't really look like it, but look at what they've accumulated this morning. Temperatures there at 32. That's the air temperature. Ground temperature could be close, maybe a little bit warmer, but it's hanging on pretty well. Pavement here, parking lot accumulated for a little bit and might be starting to melt a little bit now. So the ground may be a little warm, but we are still looking at potential for accumulation as more snow starts to fall and temperatures stay steady, near freezing, maybe even falling here throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Take a look at this next round that rolls on in. This is 9 a.m. Columbia, Jefferson City, still kind of in that dry time over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. But Sedalia, Marshall starting to pick back up on that snow. It's returning to give us all another shot. Near freezing, maybe a little bit above that to the south. We just heard from MoDOT crews that their concern is the cold snap on the back end of this. We do get cold as this moves through. So if any of this can stick, it'll freeze into early tomorrow morning. But I think there is going to be a window tonight where road impacts are going to be a concern as that snow falls. Temperatures they're a little bit borderline near freezing, especially near Columbia and northward. That's where we could have moderate to high impacts on your roads this evening. Not impassable, but certainly you're going to want to give yourself plenty of extra time and not get out if you don't have to. We'll have more details on what else we expect from this snow, including how much we could see. That's all coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Up next on ABC 17 News this morning, where the news comes first.
We are continuing to monitor conditions across mid-Missouri as you take a live look from our ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 in the Moberly area right now. We'll continue checking in with our crews all morning to let you know what to expect out the door. Stay with us.
ABC 17 Storm Track weather can be heard on Zimmer radio stations like Classic Rock 96.7, KCMQ.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it.
A 14-3 Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day's start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to a sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction, and don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Did you miss ABC 17 News because of your schedule? You can now catch up weeknights at midnight with a rebroadcast of ABC 17 News at 10. It's all the breaking news, weather, and stories you need to stay informed. Weeknights at midnight on KMIZ. You're watching the ABC 17 News this morning on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. It is currently 7:43 this Tuesday morning. We're checking in with our crews across Mid-Missouri. ABC 17's Erica McGuire joins us live from the Business Loop in Columbia as we continue to monitor these winter weather conditions. Erica, what is it looking like right now in Columbia?
Yeah, Morgan, I've been out here for the past about 20 minutes, and there is some snowflakes falling, but it's kind of let up in the past probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And also in the past 5 to 10 minutes, I did see a snowplow come by off the business loop, so you definitely want to take your time if you see some crews out there. Now, you can see behind me, the roads are not covered here on Providence, and I can see the business loop, and I can see the Providence intersection down the road, and it looks fairly clear over there, but there are some slush buildup coming up on the side of the road, so if you're going to be heading out, you definitely want to take your time. And like we said, the roads aren't really that covered here in Columbia, but like ABC 17's meteorologist Nate Splater, he's in the Randolph County area, and I know those roads are mostly covered in that area, so maybe if you have to head there today for a doctor's appointment or anything you have to do in the northern mid-Missouri counties, you definitely want to take your time out there because the roads are covered. I'm going to stay out here and continue to monitor conditions, and I'll check back up with you guys in just a little bit. Reporting live in Columbia, Erica McGuire, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Erica. We'll be checking in with all of our crews throughout the morning to bring you the latest updates on conditions across mid-Missouri.
Here's a live look at one of the Kansas City Scout cameras. This is I-70 eastbound, just past the Blue Ridge cutoff. They've got some snow falling this morning that we're going to see later today. I will have the track on that. I'll tell you when it arrives locally when we come back.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it.
A 14-3 Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News.
if you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's no upfront cost to hire me and my team, and absolutely no fee until we win your case.
It didn't cost me one single penny up front to hire Mike's team after my car wreck.
It was free for Mike and his team to get started on my case. And in the end, they got me a $375,000 settlement.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Call 573-444-8888.
Every weekday, Sherry's here to play.
Woo! It feels good.
All the fun. All the laughs.
Have you heard of a cold plunge?
I have heard of those.
Oh, shoot, that's cold!
Everything is gold. Oh, Sherry.
Oh, I'm not, no, sir.
It's the best time in daytime.
You still here?
Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
I'm not coming out until Casey's has thin crust.
Thin crust? Thin crust. He's finally coming down.
The wait is over. Casey's new light and crispy thin crust is here.
Hold on. I've got this. Love, God.
Have you ever seen gas station pizza do this? Or this? Well, they have. Buy one large single topping pizza, get the second half off. Only at Casey's.
When winter weather rolls in, the ABC 17 Storm Tracker rolls out, alerting you to live road conditions with the Storm Tracker 360 camera, tracking every angle so you know what to avoid before heading out. ABC 17 Storm Track Weather.
It is 7:47. Good morning, Mid-Missouri. Welcome back to ABC 17 Storm Track Weather on the 7th. Today is an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day as road conditions have already deteriorated for quite a few folks, and we expect that to continue today. Now, some of us have kind of been washed clear by rain. This is the unchanged snow map from yesterday. This is Monday and today combined. This is the forecast that we showed you yesterday. Some snow has fallen and melted. We've had reports that places near Centralia have picked up about 3 inches, and we had a report near Herman of about 1.5 inch before it melted from rainfall yesterday. So snowboard reports there. Folks really trying to keep up with it. It's been hard to measure. It's been hard to collect reports this morning. Typically on a normal snow, we'd have a whole map populated with reports, and it's just hard to get this morning. And so some of our community reports are full of notes saying, yeah, we got about an inch, but it melted. So far, we'll say maybe close to an inch before melting in some spots here to the south, close to maybe 3 inches in northern Boone County, again near Centralia, and then we've got more snow on the way. So the forecast looks like it could pan out all right. But what we mentioned yesterday about the rain melting snow, unfortunately, we're not getting all this snow to pile up at once for you snow lovers who are hoping for that big snow. This is what we're looking at potentially the rest of the day. We've got more accumulations on the way, and that 1 to 2 inch range generally along and maybe just south of I-70. Some folks in the far south, I think, could get that inch mark, but I think the farther south you go, the warmer temperatures are on the pavement that this just isn't accounting for. But we will be watching that carefully. We could get more accumulations all the way to the south. What we're really eyeing is areas north of I-70, 2 to 4 inches near Moberly, 2 to 4 inches near Macon, maybe more than that locally. So again, that round this morning has been contributing to that. That's starting to come to an end. We've got a little bit of a dry slot. Still, at Columbia Regional Airport, we're starting to see things dry up on radar, but we are still looking at very hazy conditions, likely some snow still falling there, and again, visibility being reduced. Maybe not looking quite as bad here on our Ingenwoods camera on the business loop. Still some snow showers, but again, we're going to get a little bit of a break here temporarily before we get to the noon hour and things start to fill back in. It's that near 100% chance for snow around noon and temperatures near freezing that are going to contribute again to that accumulation. Rain and snow mixing, that's been the story this morning. We're going to see that all pivot, and that snow line is going to circle back around here into mid-Missouri. We're going to look at a shift to some light to maybe moderate snow at times, and the later we get in the day, the drier that snow will be, and likely the lighter as well. Snow will end from west to east, and at the same time, we're picking up some winds, gusting as high as 40 miles per hour at times. Whatever remains tonight will freeze. We'll fall into the teens early tomorrow morning. You see that forecast low on Wednesday morning, about 19. Could beat that in some locations, even cooler, but it's going to be much cooler on the back end of our next system Thursday night to Friday. We are tracking potential for some accumulations there, but we're more certain about the cold snap with the Arctic air that's going to settle in over the weekend.
Not looking forward to that, John. I know I said that earlier, but not ready for those cool temperatures.
Yeah, it's really, if you don't like winter, it's just bad news after bad news. And if you like winter, well, there's plenty of things to talk about, that's for sure.
That is for sure. Thank you, John, for tracking it all for us this morning. And right now, we're going to go back to ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater, who's out on the roads around Moberly right now in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360. Nate, what are those conditions like? Are the roads kind of slick up there?
Yeah, so we've now made it back onto I-70 here. Gonna clear up that camera here as we are still seeing some coverage, but definitely a lot more of the coverage on those smaller roads. That's where we've been seeing some total coverage on some of those snow-covered roads this morning. Again, here on I-70, still even good snow coming down and those slick roads. So we are really taking it slow this morning. Going to continue again to see these pretty poor road conditions through much of Tuesday. Snow still coming down, and wind's going to blow that to reduce visibility. So, along with those slick roads, really going to have to plan for a lot of time. Keep it slow here, and again, we'll be out all morning long still tracking these road conditions. We are again here heading along I-70, where really are going half the speed you typically would on this road. So again, really give yourself a lot of extra time as you're getting out this morning. Really one of our first big snow we've had in a long time in mid-Missouri. Want to remember all those safety tips as you're heading out for the winter time. Keep it slow. Make sure you are just can give yourself plenty of time as you're heading out, not to rush yourself. And we'll continue to watch these road conditions all morning long. Reporting live from the Storm Tracker 360, I'm meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll be checking back in with him in about 15 minutes for another update on those road conditions. Taking a quick look right now at the MoDOT Traveler map this morning, you can see roads in much northern and mid-Missouri are completely or partly covered. That's all of that purple and blue you're seeing on your screen. Now, of course, we'll keep monitoring the roads and bring you live updates all morning long. More than 75 schools have called off classes today or switched to virtual learning. Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton, Mexico, and Rolla are just some of the schools that have canceled class for today. In other districts like Moberly, North Callaway, Stevens College, and State Fair Community College will be remote learning today. A full list of school closures and changes is scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. You can also go to abc17news.com to see that full list as well, along with some other community closures across the region. Happening today, Donald Trump wants to get his federal election case thrown out. The former president is accused of trying to overturn the 2020 election results. An appeals court will decide whether or not he has presidential immunity since he was working as president at the time. The outcome of today's arguments could carry ramifications for the way ex-presidents can be prosecuted for things they did while in the White House. 21 people are hurt after a hotel exploded in Fort Worth, Texas. This happened in a busy area of downtown about 1 block from the Fort Worth Convention Center. Some people were trapped in the basement before rescue crews were able to get to them. The explosion flung entire sections of walls and doors onto the road in front of the 20-story hotel. You're seeing some of the damage now on your screen. Fire crews say they think gas caused the explosion. The building was undergoing construction at the time. You can see right now it's a little hazy in the capital city as we take a live look over Highway 50. No issues there right now, but much of mid-Missouri is seeing some snowfall and covered roads. We'll keep checking with our crews throughout the morning to bring you updates of those conditions.
Shutterfly gets your photos off your phone and into one-of-a-kind wall art, gifts, photo books, and more. All covered by our 100% happiness guarantee. Get your photos off your phone and get 40% off everything with code TV40.
Are you looking to buy a great car but have not so great credit? You need a fresh start from Jim Butler. Look, I know I'm just another talking head, but Jim Butler's 6, 12, 18 credit repair plan is really something to talk about. It's like a roadmap to help you build your credit with a reliable, affordable car and eventually get you back on the road to bigger and better things. But don't take it from a talking head like me. Go to midmofreshstart.com and see for yourself.
Can't decide what to watch? I'm offering you 56 channels. Sometimes it's better to watch
nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
Seinfeld, because nothing is really something.
Weeknights at 10 on Fox 22.
ABC 17 News on the Go is sponsored by Carpet Values in Kingdom City. Huge selection, low prices.
It's time for the Mid-America Bank security tip. Not able to sign into your email? See a post on your social media accounts you didn't make? These are sure signs you've been hacked. Be sure to change your passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, and report misused information at identitytheft.gov. For more information on this and other security tips, visit midambk.com/security tips.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FD.
I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. The high school basketball season is underway, and you don't want to miss our game of the week. On Friday night at 7:30, watch MyZoo TV as the Rockbridge boys take on the Battle Spartans, live from Rockbridge High School.
Columbia Public Schools live high school basketball coverage is made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, and the Columbia Area Career Center. You know that guy? The one who's not afraid to ask the tough questions?
What goes into your decision making?
The guy uncovering problems affecting our community.
Why was there no step taken?
Getting to the bottom of what matters most.
Do you believe that's enough to ensure that these places are safe?
Yeah, this guy, ABC 17 News anchor and investigative reporter Lucas Geisler. Got a news tip for Lucas? Scan the code or click the share tab on abc17news.com to send one to him.
It's just after 7:57 this morning. Welcome back to ABC 17 Storm Track weather on the 7s. After snow and temperatures near freezing this afternoon, we'll be back near 40 for a high on Wednesday. And then we are tracking another round of precipitation late Thursday night to Friday that could bring us accumulations. Stay tuned for more details on that. But what we know for sure is that it's going to get real cold on the other side of that system leading into the weekend.
Thank you, John. And here's a live look right now from the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 as we monitor conditions. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Name of what insects might kill us with a car windshield?
Family Feud.
They gonna bust us upside the head.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 22.
We are a AAA family. I was introduced through my family. My husband was introduced through his family. We had the same insurance company for a long time, and we were fed up with paying a lot of money. We decided to go check out AAA insurance. We were shocked of how much we would save.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save hundreds on auto insurance. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped who it values most, its members.
By switching to AAA insurance and bundling our insurance policies, we're able to save over $450. The savings that we get through AAA insurance enables us to do more of what we love. More gas in our car for driving up north to go camp. You do s'mores. You can't lose the s'mores. Yeah.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com for an auto insurance quote today. AAA, we're always with you.
The MeTV app is now available for smartphones and tablets. Enjoy MeTV Music wherever you go and keep up with your favorite MeTV shows. Download the MeTV app today. Watch MeTV, just one of the networks of Mid-Missouri.
It's the marvelous Meemaw.
Yes! I think I'm gonna wet myself.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 5 on Fox 22.
When winter weather rolls in, the ABC 17 Storm Tracker rolls out, alerting you to live road conditions with the Storm Tracker 360 camera.
We're actually seeing a little bit of ice on the roadways.
Tracking every angle, every move of severe weather's path, so you know exactly what to avoid before heading out.
You're going to have to be wary for those drifts.
On the ground and in the Storm Track Weather Center, we're working together to keep you ahead of the storm. ABC 17 Storm Track Weather. Today is an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day. ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day coverage on ABC 17 News starts now.
We start this morning with an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day as more snow is moving through mid-Missouri this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Burrish.
And I'm ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist John Ross.
We have team coverage this morning with crews out monitoring conditions all across the viewing area to let you know what it's like where you are headed out the door. And we'll get to them in just a minute, but first, John has the latest track on the winter weather that we're seeing. And John, after seeing a mix of rain and snow over the last 24 hours, it sounds like it's more snow right now.
Well, that's what we're looking towards as we see more of this blue move in from the west. That snow near Kansas City, we showed you not long ago on the Kansas City scout cameras, it just is kind of white in that direction. Visibility is reduced and they're still picking up on snow accumulations. That band, not the heaviest snow that we've seen throughout this event, but may end up being the most efficient as it brings more cold air with it. A lot of that better snow that was mixing with rain last night really had to fight some warm air. So it really is interesting to see how this plays out, but we do expect more accumulations. There's a live look at our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar, but let's switch to the cameras now. You can see roofs, grass, holding some snow in Columbia. Roads are mostly clear. They've likely been treated to some degree, maybe plowed. They've at least had traffic on them. Our parking lot, not treated, not nearly as much traffic. And just for reference, it's starting to pick up a little bit of that snow accumulation. Meanwhile, things are not necessarily tropical, but generally drier at the Lake of the Ozarks. Big difference in travel between Lake Columbia and then areas just north of Columbia, where you'll see here in a minute, roads are a little bit more snow-packed. But we will have a range of road impacts this morning. I'll have details on what you can expect this evening coming up in my next forecast.
Don't forget to download the free ABC 17 Storm Track Weather app to get the latest track and updates right to your phone. You can scan that QR code on your screen or find it in the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Continuing with our team coverage this morning, ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater is out in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 monitoring the roads this morning. I believe headed south on Highway 63 just south of Moberly right now. Nate, what's it looking like out there?
Yeah. Yeah, so we are on 63 here. We are heading south. We're actually going to cut over to Centralia, head over to Mexico. Currently, again, heading south in the direction of Columbia on 63 here. And really, road's not bad on 63 here. We're able to get by a pretty decent speed. We are still well below the usual speed you'd be going here on the highways. You're definitely going to plan for extra time to keep it slow. Snow coming down. The storm tracker camera really doesn't show the best how much of that visibility is getting reduced. There's a lot more of that than what you can see here. Again, so you'll deal with the reduction of visibility. Winds are going to keep blowing that snow throughout the day and dealing with some of those partially covered roads as well. Here we're still seeing some people getting by pretty nicely, but you will again want to take lots of extra caution. One of the biggest snows we've had here in a while, and really don't rush yourself as you're getting outside. Plan for a lot of extra time for any plans you have to get out for, and we will be out here throughout the morning. Continue to monitor these road conditions. And reporting live for the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll be checking back in with him here in about 15 minutes for another update on those conditions. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick look at the MoDOT Traveler Map. You can see on your screen roads in much of northern and mid-Missouri right now are either completely or partly covered. That's all of that purple and blue you're seeing there on your screen. And of course, we will keep monitoring the roads and bring you live updates of its conditions all morning. ABC 17's Erica McGuire is live right now on the Business Loop in Columbia, monitoring conditions here. Erica, how's it looking out there since we last checked in with you?
Yeah, Morgan, things are really just moving just fine here in Columbia, right off the Business Loop and the Providence intersection down here to my left. And like I said, things are pretty fine. You can tell the Business Loop is not covered right now. There is some slush buildup on the side of the road, so you definitely want to be mindful of that. But drivers, as you can see behind me, are going their normal speeds. No one's really going below the speed limit from what I can tell. But there are crews out monitoring the roads and taking care of the roads. I did see a snowfall go down Providence about 5 to 10 minutes ago, so you definitely want to be mindful of crews out there taking care of the roads, give them some extra space this morning. So be mindful about that. Take your time out there, and if you're going to be heading to work, doctor's appointment, wherever you have to be today, just take your time, and that's about it. Things are looking good right now, and I'll check back with you guys in about another 15 to 20 minutes. Reporting live in Columbia, Erica McGuire, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Erica. We'll check back in with you soon. Meanwhile, more than 75 schools have called off classes or switched to virtual learning today. Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton, Mexico, and Rolla are just some of the schools that have canceled class for today. And other districts like Moberly, North Callaway, Stevens College, and State Fair Community College will be remote. A full list of school closures and changes is rolling right now at the bottom of your screen. You can also go to abc17news.com to see that full list, along with some other community closures across the region. That brings us now to our question of the day. Do you agree with your school's decision about Tuesday classes? You can vote on the poll on our Facebook and Twitter pages, or you can also find it on our website, abc17news.com. We're seeing a few outages around mid-Missouri as well this morning. Taking a look right now, Macon County is dealing with the worst of it, with Macon Electric Co-op reporting nearly 600 homes without power this morning. Monroe, Montgomery, and Audrain counties are also seeing around 60 or fewer outages. We'll keep watching this and let you know if any of these change throughout the morning.
It is 8:07 this morning. Welcome back to ABC 17 Storm Track Weather on the 7s, where it is an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day because we're not done with snow just yet. In fact, I just got a message from some of my family wondering, is the snow done? I was hoping to get more. It's not done. We've got more on the way. In fact, take a look at this. We've got really an overall picture of dry conditions in mid-Missouri, but the motion of this system shows you the wraparound portion kind of circling back around to the west. We expect this to fill back in from west to east, and we'll see that snow move on in, bring us more chances for accumulation because it's not just snow that's moving in, it's cooler air as well. We're kind of relatively warm. You take a look here from Jefferson City to Camdenton, you can kind of imagine if precipitation were there, you'd see that blue-green line come together. Let's take a live look at temperatures because that will show it probably a bit better. It probably, okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my temperature map to show up. I clicked just off of that. There we go. In case you're listening and not watching, wondering what that was. But yeah, take a look at this. 32 degrees in Warsaw, California, Fulton, Montgomery City. 36 just across the way in Jefferson City. There is a sharp temperature gradient there, and that is what we're seeing exit. We're going to see that cooler air rush in. In fact, you can see those streamlines here. That's our simulated wind pulling in that cooler air. And so we're going to see cooler air filter in. And once that snow moves on in, it should have a better chance at sticking. So we will be watching that. Track this here with me on our ABC 17 Storm Track, Future Track. That rain-snow mix, again, kind of shrinking to the south and the east. That quadrant of warm air getting so much smaller by around, we'll say 9 to 10 o'clock. 36 near Owensville, Herman, Rolla, Fort Leonard Wood. Meanwhile, those low 30s are moving back in here from the north and the west. And then the snow will follow. And that's where we're watching for some potential for some accumulations. We're not talking about road impeding accumulations, but potentially some travel hazards for folks even in the south. So we'll be watching for that. But again, where we've already got accumulations to the north, we're likely going to add to those totals. And travel, even though crews have a time with this dry slot on radar to get out and treat roads, we may be looking at a renewed travel concern this evening for folks. And so I showed you this morning, we've got a medium concern for travel, and it largely depends on where you are. But I think across the board, we will see whatever we have now, and we'll add maybe a level of concern tonight as we watch that snow move on in and likely start to accumulate a little bit better, especially with those temperatures, if they can drop below freezing. We will have more details on what that means for snow totals, and I'll have a track of our winds tonight. They could be quite breezy. That's all coming up here in just a few minutes.
Up next on ABC 17 News this morning, where the news comes first.
We are continuing to monitor conditions across mid-Missouri. We're taking a live look right now from Highway 22 in Boone County with our ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 out there monitoring the roads. We'll continue to check back in with our crews all morning to let you know what you can expect headed out the door.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it.
A 14-3 Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News.
M5 Contracting, based in Holtz Summit, Missouri, offers top-tier exterior renovations, remodels, and restoration services. They specialize in roofing, gutters. They specialize in roofing, gutters, and action. Whether it's a complete makeover or a small repair, M5 Contracting is dedicated to exceeding expectations and turning properties into stunning showcases. Contact them to transform your space today.
At AA Propane, if we've learned one thing over the years, it's that when you take the time to go the extra step for your customers, they will take the time to show their appreciation. So thank you to all our customers. Whether you're residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've enjoyed taking the time to get to know you and your families. Call AA Propane, and we'll take the time to talk with you and ensure all your propane needs are met.
AA Propane, we keep your fire lit.
Needing roadside assistance can be stressful. Gift yourself peace of mind knowing you can always call ATR Towing and Recovery, a reliable 24-hour service. Their variety of trucks are equipped with the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and their experienced operators can hook up any size vehicle ranging from 2 to 18 wheels. Services include jump starts, tire changes, fuel delivery, unlocks, heavy towing and recovery, and heavy equipment hauling. Don't stress when you need roadside assistance. Call the best in the business, ATR Towing and Recovery.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
It didn't cost anything for Mike and his team to start working on my case. The settlement they got me took care of all of my hospital bills and put over $98,000 in my pocket.
Call me. I've got this.
Every weekday, Sherry's here to play.
Woo, it feels good.
It's the best time in daytime.
Everything is gold. Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22.
You know that guy? The one who's not afraid to ask the tough questions?
What goes into your decision making?
The guy who's looking out for your community.
Why was there no step taken?
Yeah, this guy, Lucas Geisler, only on ABC 17 News. ABC 17 Storm Track weather can be heard on Zimmer radio stations, like your #1 hit music station, Y107.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. It's currently 8:13 this Tuesday morning, and we are continuing with our team coverage on this winter weather alert day. We're checking in right now with ABC 17's Marina Diaz, who is monitoring the conditions in the Ashland area this morning. Marina, how are things looking down there so far?
Morgan, on my drive down here from Columbia, the roads weren't too bad. It was just a lot of water on the highway. There wasn't even a lot of slush. I'm gonna go ahead and step out of frame and talk you guys through just what I've been seeing. I drove to Jefferson City earlier. It's not too bad down there. I was around 4 a.m. and then 5 a.m. I drove to Columbia to cover that crash off of I-70. The roads were up in Columbia are a little bit worse, but here in Ashland, it's not too bad at this time. I did speak with Kyle Green with the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and he told me that as of midnight, Troop F has received 23 calls for services, 11 stranded motorists, 7 non-injury crashes, and 0 injury crashes. They are asking you to please stay home unless you are in need of driving or need to get to work or anything, but they're asking you to try to avoid the roadways. I also spoke with I-70 Trucking and Towing, and they told me that they are fully staffed and ready for anything. They had a slow morning, but they are expecting a busier evening as this snow continues to move through. But I will be out here in Ashland for the next few hours, monitoring the roadways and providing updates both on air and online. For now, reporting live in Ashland, Marina Diaz, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Marina. We'll be checking in with all of our crews throughout the morning to bring you the latest updates on conditions across mid-Missouri.
We are getting a break in the snow here locally. People are asking me, is it done? It is not. Here's a live look in Kansas City coming right out of downtown near Troost on I-70. We still got snow falling, and that is what's headed our way. I'll have the track on that when we come back.
This segment of ABC 17 News is sponsored by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
Catholic Charities provides care and creates hope for those in need. Our compassionate social services have touched thousands of lives across Missouri.
We help families thrive with services in counseling, community support, health and nutrition, family immigration, and refugee resettlement.
Neighbors know when they're at the Catholic Charities Food Pantry, they're respected and valued while they select nutritious food in a comfortable setting.
Regardless of faith, culture, or situation, Catholic Charities of Central and Northern Missouri provides care and creates hope.
We are Maxwell Trailers, your one-stop trailer shop, selling and servicing everything trailers. Manufacturing over 50 years, right here in mid-Missouri. We have a wide selection of trailers, truck beds, dock ladders, and more. We service any trailer, no matter the type or brand. Our expert staff will help you find the perfect trailer for your needs. Visit us today at our Columbia or Mexico location, maxwelltrailers.com.
Buy one, get one for $1. Choose from the Sausage McGriddles, Sausage McMuffin, or Sausage Biscuit. Bite into Breakfast BOGO for $1, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Minimally invasive, faster recovery, less pain. All American Dental is excited to add robotic-assisted implant surgery to our comprehensive practice. It helps your dentist with the planning and placement of dental implants, providing an unprecedented level of precision and control.
I'm comforted by knowing that we have this technology. The experience isn't painful. This really changed my outlook on oral surgery, on any dental procedure, really.
The future of implant dentistry is at All American Dental. Call today to get your best smile.
Dollar General's Fulton Distribution Center is now hiring for all shifts. Come join a friendly team and family atmosphere at the Distribution Center in Fulton. Starting pay is up to $21.50 per hour. Benefits start day one with paid time off while earning a 401k. Work in a comfortable climate-controlled facility. Dollar General provides tuition scholarship programs to help you earn select associate's and bachelor's degrees at little or no cost to you. Scan the QR code now and apply today to work for Dollar General.
When winter weather threatens mid-Missouri, we declare ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Days.
Timing, hazards, and impacts.
Advance warning so you know what's coming and when to expect it. With updates on TV, online, and on the go. Be the first to know with ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Days.
You're watching ABC 17 News this morning on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. Today is an ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day, the second of two. We had one yesterday, and we've got another one today for the system that continues to impact the region. We've seen snow slow down in Columbia, maybe still looking at some snow, but really it just looks foggy and hazy here at Columbia Regional Airport. Visibility greatly reduced here. Still a live stream. Every once in a while we'll see lights flash there. And we've already had a delay out at the airport, so not great news for folks traveling. 32 degrees there at the airport, of course, and we are going to continue to likely hold temperatures just about there, maybe fluctuating a degree or two, if anything, maybe holding steady, if not falling a degree or two throughout the day, as we are in generally dry conditions. I can't rule out a few flurries here or there, but really largely a dry slot has worked back in ahead of more snow back towards the west. So if anything, maybe a chance for crews to kind of clear some of the roads that have really kind of collected snow over the past 24 hours, especially along and north of I-70 to the south. Things have been generally wet. We've heard a lot about wet roads, but to the north, that's where snow has kind of been caked on the roadways. You see back towards Kansas City, more snow on the way. Here's a look at the forecast from yesterday, and it still really holds true today. We expect storm total anywhere between up to an inch near I-44, trace to 3 inches from Jefferson City to California, Versailles, an inch to 5 inches still possible in Columbia. Again, 3 to 8 inches to the north. But remember, we've already seen some of this snow fall, and it's melted. We had a report near Herman of about 1.5 inches, and that's going to be right around here. And it melted shortly after it was recorded. Thank you to the person who recorded that, though, because it's very hard to look back and see how much snow has fallen. It's been hard to gather reports this morning because most of the snow that we've already seen, of course, has melted. But we do have more snow on the way to add to that 1.4 in Herman. And again, it may be enough to get us well within this trace to 3 inch range. And for others, it's more of the same. We've seen some 3 inch reports coming out near Centralia. You add another 2 inches there and you're in that 5 inch territory. And then to the north, more than that, it's still sitting on the ground. And so we've got potential for some good accumulations, even more to move on in here this evening. With this next band, that will bring everyone a chance at some snow. We'll see a period of time between about noon and 3 o'clock this afternoon of nearly 100% chance for snow. And you're going to see that here on our ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track. The rain has been kind of a fly in the ointment this morning for folks wanting snow, but it does move back in. Again, noon, 12 o'clock. That is the beginning of our real snow window for folks in the far east, but it starts a little sooner in the west. It'll be moving in here in the next couple of hours for folks near Sedalia and Marshall. But again, 12 to 3 o'clock, we all see a chance for snow. Light to moderate snow at times. You're also going to have quite a bit of blowing wind as well. As this snow comes to an end from the west to the east, we'll still be talking about wind. Take a look at our wind forecast for this evening that really pulls in that cold air. We will see, again, some potential for impacts this evening with those additional accumulations, but again, we will turn our focus after this event to our next event that comes Thursday night to Friday. Could bring us a little bit of wintry mix, maybe some accumulation specifically there on Friday before an Arctic blast rolls on in and drops our highs into the teens for early next week.
All right. Thank you, John, for tracking it all for us. And as far as this system is concerned today, we're going to take another look at our ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater's view right now, who's out in the Centralia area in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360. Nate, what is it looking like out there right now?
Yeah, so we are on the way to Centralia here this morning. Continue to follow. Still snow coming down. Visibility is better now that the sun's up here, but again, still snow falling, as you can see here on our Storm Tracker camera. We will continue to follow snow throughout the morning. That's going to reduce visibility. Wind's going to be blowing that around, and can see roads still partially covered here as we're heading towards Centralia. Even seeing many more of our roads towards the north, where we just driven out of, were much more covered than this, so want to take it slow, especially further north you head. really area-wide. Plan for extra time as you're getting out on the roads this morning. We're going to continue to follow more of that snow through a lot of our Tuesday. Again, keeping the roads covered, partially covered in some spots, and the snow's going to be blowing, reducing visibility. So that's something you really will want to watch out for here today. And we'll still be tracking these road conditions through the morning in the Storm Tracker 360. Reporting now live for the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll be checking back in with him in about 15 minutes or so for another update on those road conditions. In other news this morning, a Callaway County man will spend the rest of his life behind bars for child sex crimes. Daniel Overstreet was sentenced to 160 years in prison after being found guilty of 7 counts of statutory sodomy. The sheriff's office says Overstreet was accused of several incidents between 2011 and 2016 after a girl reported him to Fulton police in 2020. Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft's Jefferson City home was swatted on Sunday night. No one was hurt. Ashcroft tells us he received a phone call from police just after 9 o'clock that night telling him to come out with his hands up. He put his wife and children in a back closet and walked out of the house slowly and empty-handed. Ashcroft described how multiple armed officers came up to him and instructed him on how to move forward. Jefferson City Police are not commenting on the matter. Columbia Senator Caleb Rowden says he's drafting legislation right now to increase the penalty for swatting here in Missouri. Right now, it's a Class B misdemeanor. Next year, we'll see the playoffs expand to 12 teams. Now, if that had happened this year, Mizzou would have made the cut. If Tiger football coach Eli Drinkwitz can repeat a top 10 season again next year and make the playoff, he'll be in for quite a payday. Mizzou Athletics extended coach Eli Drinkwitz through 2028 after this year's Cotton Bowl win. And now we got our hands on the details of that extension. Drinkwitz is set to make $46 million in that deal. Before any bonuses, in both 2024 and 2025, he'll earn $9 million. He'll jump up $250,000 in the next 2 years, and then in the final year, in 2028, he'll be at $9.5 million. He's now in the top 5 for highest paid coaches in the SEC, and he does have quite a few incentives in there too. With a 12-team playoff next year, if he makes the first round, it's a $250,000 bonus, and it just keeps jumping from there. The Michigan football team beat Washington last night in the College Football Playoff Championship. The Wolverines got their first national title in over 25 years after they scored a touchdown in the last 3.5 minutes. Michigan's season was originally shadowed by suspensions and a sign-stealing case. Coach Jim Harbaugh says the title that so many people expected when he took over the struggling powerhouse in 2015. Here's a live look right now at I-70 near Blackwater in Cooper County as we monitor the roads this morning. Of course, we'll check back in with our crews again coming up in about 5 minutes.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Save big money at Menards. We carry the largest stock selection of Hunter ceiling fans, available in a huge variety of designs, finishes, and features. Ceiling fans are perfect for adding light, comfort, and style to any room, while helping you save on energy bills year-round. Get this Auberville indoor ceiling fan for $99.99. LED canless downlights from Juno are an excellent lighting solution for any space. They have 5 switchable color temperatures and are easy to install. Now, just $19.99.
Save big money at Menards.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Sports Field Real Estate is the premier brand for marketing farms, ranches, and recreational real estate. Our exclusive network of full-time land specialists will ensure you get the most money out of your land with the least amount of stress. Sports Afield has been synonymous with the outdoors for over 135 years. Let our trusted brand provide your property with national exposure and unmatched marketing. Give one of our team members a call today.
Looking for a great deal on tires? Popeye's Tires and Garage in Columbia, where you can get the best prices in town on tires. Whether you want a used tire with lots of miles left on them or new tires at unbeatable price, we have them.
My dad also offers the best price on oil changes and other repairs to keep you safe on the road.
Popeye's Tires and Garage, just off Pierce Road in Columbia. Come see us for a great deal on tires and repairs.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
KMIC TV, KQFX, KCOU, and MeTV together form an equal opportunity employer dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding job vacancies. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified job applicants to our stations. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should contact our Human Resources Director by calling 573-449-0917.
It just keeps getting worse.
Well, that was too close.
It really ruined everything. This was it?
I understand. The effects of water can be surprising. Mold feeding on moisture in your crawl space, flooded basements, uneven concrete, and shifting foundations. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh.
At Foundation Recovery Systems, we'll do a complete home inspection for free so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
We all want to be the best version of ourselves, and Compass Health Network is your preferred provider for all things related to your health and well-being. From primary care and mental health services to pediatric and adult dental procedures, our professional and compassionate staff is here for you. Call us today at 844-853-8937 or visit compasshealthnetwork.org to find a location in your area. Compass Health Network is here to help you reach your healthcare goals.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day coverage on ABC 17 News starts now.
We are continuing our expanded Weather Alert Day coverage this morning as snow continues to fall across much of mid-Missouri. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Burrish. We have team coverage this morning with crews all across mid-Missouri to let you know about the conditions where you live. And we'll get to all of them in just a minute, but first we're going to start with ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist John Ross, who joins us live from the Weather Center with the latest track this morning. John, the rain we're seeing in some areas last night and into this morning is mostly all switching to snow today.
Yeah, we are seeing a switch to snow after quite a bit of rain tried to mix in. But here's the thing, it didn't really mix in as much everywhere as it did here in Columbia and areas to the south. If you're watching from Columbia, Jefferson City, you saw a good deal of rain back and forth with snow. And if you live south of Jefferson City, you saw just a lot of rain over the last 24 hours. With some exceptions, we did have some reports of snow near Herman, actually, about 1.4 inches before it melted. That's been the situation so far. We did get a report near Centralia. If you caught a look at Nate's shot, you're going to get a look at Centralia here in a few minutes, and you'll see how different the snow is there from what we have locally in Columbia and areas to the south. Now, just to the north of Centralia, we have this pink box in Randolph County and in Monroe, Macon, and Sheridan counties. That's a winter storm warning. And that is where we've held on to snow accumulations overnight that are still caked on roads, especially some side roads, to the tune of a couple inches or maybe even more. And again, because of the melting process, even to a degree there, it's been really hard to get reports. So if you have those for us this morning, please send them in. We'd love to know, even if you recorded some snow before it melted last night. We've got more snow on the way back to the west, but again, right now we have a window where folks can maybe get out. You see those crews there on Business Loop trying to clear clear things a little drier towards the lake. We do have some impacts this morning. We expect more this evening, and I'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a few minutes.
Don't forget to download the free ABC 17 Storm Track weather app to get the latest track and updates right to your phone. You can scan that QR code on your screen or find it in the Google Play or Apple App Stores. This morning, we're checking in with local road crews to see how they're dealing with this winter weather. Right now, we're joined on the phone by Boonville's Director of Public Works, Jeff Ditto. Jeff, thank you for joining us this morning. What have your crews been seeing out on the roads overnight into this morning?
Well, the snow has been coming down. We've had about 9 trucks out, and we were doing a good job. The streets are all cleaned out real good right now, so we're in good shape over here. The guys have got good spirits, and everything's working fine.
Good to hear, Jeff. Now, what are you expecting to see later in the day as we get more snowfall?
They are still calling for more snow, and we'll continue to put the salt down and keep the roads clean, but everything seems to be going good.
Now, any advice for drivers today if they do have to get out on the roads?
Well, it's the same thing, don't follow too closely. Everybody talks about it every year. It's just, use common sense and stay off the roads if you can.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Again, that is Jeff Ditto with Boonville Public Works. Continuing our team coverage this morning, ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater is out in the Centralia area in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 monitoring the roads out there. Nate, what is it looking like right now?
Yeah, so we are in Centralia this morning here. You can see we're even in some of these city streets that are pretty clear right now. We'll get you a good look at that. Again, you're going to definitely want to take it slow, partly covered here. But again, you're able to get along. We definitely saw much worse road conditions earlier this morning in our more northern counties. That's where some of this heavier snow has been falling here this morning. But area-wide, you're still going to deal with some snowfall on the roadways, and it's still falling this morning, reducing visibility here. I can definitely see that haze out this morning, and Storm Tracker camera doesn't really show how much that snow is coming down still. It is going to reduce visibility somewhat, just falling on your windshield as well, and the winds are going to stay pretty strong today to keep that blowing around, so definitely want to keep it slow all day long. We'll be falling more of this snow here throughout our Tuesday. Again, roads still looking pretty good. We are definitely taking it slow out this morning. We'll continue to update you on these road conditions here for our Tuesday. Again, reporting live from the Storm Track 360, I'm ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll be checking back in with him here in about 15 minutes for another update on those road conditions. Taking a quick look right now at the MoDOT traveler map this morning, you can see roads in much of northern and mid-Missouri are completely or partly covered this morning. That's all of that purple and blue you're seeing there on your screen. And we'll keep monitoring the roads and bring you live updates all morning long. More than 75 schools have called off classes or switched to virtual learning today. Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton, Mexico, and Rolla are just some of the schools that have canceled classes today. And other districts like Moberly, North Callaway, Stevens College, and State Fair Community College will be remote learning today. A full list of those school closures and changes is scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. You can also go to abc17news.com to see that full list, along with some other community closures across mid-Missouri. We've seen some power outages shoot up over the past hour here in mid-Missouri. Macon County is dealing with the worst of it right now, with more than 600 homes currently in the dark. Boone County is also reporting about 60 outages, along with some in Cole County as well. We'll keep watching this and let you know if any of these change throughout the morning.
That really lines up with where we've seen the best snow. Stick around, of course, when you look at the radar from overnight, but when you also look at where Nate has been this morning. You look at some of the roads up through our northern counties, and well, there's still likely some snow on, especially the side roads. Crews, though, however, are starting to get a chance at keeping up with this storm. Let me put a pause on this. You'll see we've got a big window here behind me of gray on the map, and that, of course, is the absence of precipitation, or at least as as is picked up by radar, we still have reduced visibilities in some locations like Columbia. Let's take a live look here and actually get an updated look at the airport if we can. Oh, I don't have that one saved, but we can pull up Columbia. We can pull up the KMIZ studio. It does look like precipitation's done here. At last check, we did have some visibility reduction at the airport. Yeah, we do, because fog shows up here from what is reported at the airport. So we still have visibility reduced in some spots. So it may not be snow. It may be some fog, could be some snow, could be some mixture of the two. There's a lot of moisture out there, and so we are still looking at primarily clear road conditions, though. Here is well, we've seen some accumulation, especially on some untreated surfaces, elevated surfaces, grassy surfaces, but roads are looking all right. Let's get back to the task at hand. Let's bump back here to our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar and satellite. See if I can pull that up. See if we can get a view at this, because this will show you what's coming next. This is what's happening right now. This is live. We've got a center of low pressure here over, really we'll call it the southeastern half of mid-Missouri. And so what's happening is the backside of this system is pulling in a lot of cold air, and it's wrapping around some snow. This is going to all move from west to east through mid-Missouri throughout the rest of the morning and likely bring another chance at some accumulation. Take a look at our temperatures. Our temperatures are pretty sharp, from freezing from Versailles to Fulton. Just a few miles to the south and the east, we jumped about 36. That's that warm pocket that we're going to have to get rid of before you can see snow in Jefferson City, Lynn, Owensville, and Rolla. And we will likely get rid of it. Take a look at our ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track. That temperature drops in the next couple of hours, and we'll continue to see that push eastward. And eventually, this snow rain line is going to kind of pivot and bring everyone snow from north to south. And that is what could bring travel impacts throughout the rest of your day today. We still expect at least minor impacts for most of mid-Missouri into the evening tonight. That's going to give us likely wintry driving conditions. You're going to be slowing down just about wherever you are later today. We'll have more details on what this means for totals coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Up next on ABC 17 News this morning, where the news comes first.
We continue to monitor conditions across mid-Missouri as you are taking a live look at Highway 50 in Jefferson City right now, where it's still looking pretty clear, as you can see. We'll continue to check back in with all of our crews all morning to let you know what you can expect out the door. Stay with us.
Performing their greatest hits.
What up? We are Footprints on the Moon.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 6 on Fox 22.
Stay ahead of mid-Missouri's changing weather with the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather app. From snowstorms to sunshine, you'll always be the first to know. With accurate, up-to-date conditions and alerts wherever you go. Download today.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado models. Or get $5,000 total value on LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's no upfront cost to hire me and my team, and absolutely no fee until we win your case.
It didn't cost me a dime up front to hire Mike's team after my car wreck.
It didn't cost anything for Mike and his team to start working on my case. The settlement they got me took care of all of my hospital bills and put over $98,000 in my pocket.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Call 573-444-8888.
We got the house! We did!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. The high school basketball season is underway, and you don't want to miss our game of the week. On Friday night at 7:30, watch MyZoo TV as the Rockbridge boys take on the Battle Spartans, live from Rockbridge High School.
Columbia Public Schools live high school basketball coverage is made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, and the Columbia Area Career Center.
I am amazing. I'm
I'm not a sad case or a broken kid. I want someone to see the best of who I am. You can make a difference for foster kids at fostermore.org.
When it's a big story,
We're all over it.
when it's a big story,
We're all over it.
14 Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News. You're watching the ABC 17 News this morning on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. It is currently 8:42 this Tuesday morning, and we are continuing our team coverage on this winter weather alert day. ABC 17's Erica McGuire joins us live from the Business Loop in Columbia as we monitor road conditions there. Erica, what is it looking like right now?
Yeah, Morgan, right now here in Columbia, things are pretty calm or under control. There's not much really going on. As you can see, Business Loop is clear and Providence seems to be clear over there. So not much going on. There is some slush building up on the side of the road. And about 10 minutes ago, I did see 3 snowplows come by and kind of push more of that slush more off to the road so it doesn't affect any drivers. And drivers here along the Business Loop are driving the speed limit. I don't see anybody driving over the speed limit or under the speed limit, just to be cautious. So things are looking pretty good out here right now. I know like our parking lot is covered, so if you're going to be heading out maybe to the grocery store, doctor's appointment, be mindful that the parking lot is that might be covered as well, as long as the sidewalk. So again, it is cold, so it did rain overnight or early yesterday evening, so that could also freeze over. So you just want to be mindful and maybe wear some shoes with some good traction, just so you prevent any injuries. Reporting live in Columbia, Erica McGuire, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Erica. We'll be checking back in with all of our crews throughout the morning to bring you the latest updates on conditions across mid-Missouri.
Erica mentioned the potential for freezing. That will come tonight behind our next round of snow that's currently sitting in Kansas City. This is a live look at downtown. Kind of hard to see through that snow, and it's coming our way next. I'll have the track on that when we come back.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Walsworth in Fulton, Missouri is looking for amazing people to deliver the best print experiences, including many familiar magazines. No experience? No problem. Walsworth will train you for a variety of roles. Enjoy steady work in a secure, growing, family-owned company and industry that has served the printing needs of Callaway County and beyond for 99 years. There's never been a better time to start your new career. Visit walsworth.com/careers or scan the code today.
Hi, I'm Marissa Hollowed with this month's edition of A Family for Me, a chance to match some of our area's children with local families.
Please, Pikachu!
This month, I met with Kyle at Bonkers in Columbia. Tell me why you feel a connection to animals.
I just really love animals, so when I pet them, they actually calm down a little bit.
Does it help you kind of calm down too, being around animals?
Yeah, it actually does.
So, do you kind of like having a calm environment around you?
Yes. Oh, that is cute.
That's a Pokemon, right?
No, this is an axolotl.
What is that?
It's like a little water creature.
Okay.
That survives on land and swims in water all the time.
It's so cute.
Look at his little face.
What'd you wish for? Can you tell me?
Hopefully to find a way to get adopted actually soon. Actually, I'm one of the kids that likes school. At house, you're taking care of your siblings or whatever, you barely have a break. But at school, you get to relax a little bit, and you also have a lunch break where you can just chill. These are my favorite part of them. They're little fins. It's like a little lizard. So at the daycare, I helped and I put mulch down onto the playgrounds. I was passing out the food for the younger ones. So yeah.
Seems like you're not afraid to do some hard work.
No.
Huh? Did that really just happen?
I got multiple ones.
No way. That was insane. Is all this gonna fit in your bag?
I don't think so.
There you go.
Those in there, these in there.
Thank you so much. Of course. We had a blast.
I'm glad we had a big blast. Thank you.
If you would like to meet any of the wonderful kids available for adoption or fostering in Mid-Missouri, call or email the Central Missouri Foster Care and Adoption Association.
This is
is it. This is the moment.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
What celebrity is in the sphere?
Let's light it up.
We are upping the ante. People are screaming with excitement.
If I'm putting my heart on the line,
it all comes down to this.
Let's get it on.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah!
I like the sound of that.
One more episode.
Keeps getting better.
It is 8:47. Welcome back to ABC 17 Storm Track Weather on the 7s. We are in the second half of our Weather Alert Day coverage as we enter the last day here of snowfall, at least early this week. There's more chances ahead, so stay tuned for that. But this is the forecast we had for this event from yesterday. Anywhere between a trace to an inch in the far south near Rolla and Fort Leonard Wood to 3 to 8 inches possible from Moberly to Macon. We've had some reports. For example, Herman, we've seen a report near 1.4 inches last night around 8 o'clock before it started to melt. Then it melted and it's gone this morning. So if you're waking up to nothing in the south, it doesn't mean you didn't get snow, but it does mean it likely melted if you did. To the north even, we've seen a lot of melting. Near Centralia, we had a report of about 3 inches, and details around that were a little fuzzy, whether or not it melted after that. We've still got snow on the ground. We saw from Nate Splater showing us some of that snow on the ground, although roads still pretty well okay, minus some side roads maybe being partly covered. But to the north of that, in that 3 to 8 inch range, that's where we still have some covered roads, especially side roads there, and they could see another 2 to 4 inches in that range by the time we get to the end of this event, which will be tonight at about 8 o'clock. Here's today's forecast. Again, we will all see more snow through about that 12 to 3 o'clock window, and so that should deteriorate road conditions throughout the evening. Should take everyone a notch down. Not everyone will see the same impacts. Again, we're not looking at much in the way of impacts in the south, but some potential for well, hey, you may need to slow down. That type of impact is possible near I-44. We are looking, though, again, more snow, better snow to the north where snow's already fallen. It's all coming from that back band on the backside of the system. And here it is in that 12 to 3 window. We all see a chance for snow. If it doesn't make it by noon in Owensville and Herman, it'll be there shortly after. And this is where, again, we're picking up some light to moderate snow, adding to some of our totals, and then it gets cold. So whatever sticks this evening, it's still here tomorrow morning as temperatures fall well below freezing. It's starting cold tomorrow in the teens. A big part of that is our winds. Take a look at this wind pulling in gusts as high as 30 to 40 miles per hour, and that will be this evening through about 8 o'clock, and that really ushers in that cold air, and it will eventually put an end to that snow. If you don't like windy, blustery conditions, well, hang on. We've got a bit of a roller coaster. This system that we're tracking here today rolls off towards the east coast. We'll see likely dry conditions for the most part until we get to Thursday night. Thursday night, we'll be tracking a wave coming in from the west. That'll bring us a chance for not only some wintry weather, but a big Arctic blast on the back end of it. We are tracking potential for some accumulation Thursday night to Friday. It's a possibility, not a certainty at this point. But what we are more confident in is a shot of cold air. Exact temperatures, of course, we don't have pinned down. There's still some widespread between the numbers and the data, but it's likely going to be colder than what we've seen. And well, highs are currently forecast in the teens Sunday and Monday.
Goodness, and I think it's cold now, let alone later this week.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get quite a bit colder, and it looks like it may stick around for a little while, too.
All right, thank you, John, for tracking it.
You bet.
Now we're going to take a look at our ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Nate Splater's view right now, who's out on the roads in the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360. Nate, can you tell us where you are right now and what the conditions are like?
Yeah, kind of cutting in just a little bit here, maybe having some connection issues as we're heading east on Highway 22 towards Mexico this morning. Still roads somewhat covered here, but really here on Highway 22, that's where it's more wet, starting to kind of become more slushy. Definitely still seeing some partial coverage, slick spots here and there, but we are looking much better than a lot earlier this morning for sunrise. As we were driving through our northern counties, that's where we were running into even totally covered roads, and definitely saw lots of people reducing their speed from that. We've had reports of some crashes across the area, again, from some of this snowfall, and definitely will want to take caution here. Again, further north you head with those heavier snow totals. Now as we're kind of slowly heading south, again, we're on the way to Mexico here. That's where we will, where we see these roads, improving somewhat. Still are definitely watching those slick spots, and we're going slower than you usually would. So you want to plan extra time if you have plans to get out today. And snow still could fall for parts of the area for a lot of our Tuesday. That's going to reduce visibility with some high winds here. It's really overall just one of our first wintry days here of the season from this recent system. So need to be prepared for those snowy roads, and really maybe a better day to stay in as much as you can, stay off the roads if possible here. Continue to track that. Again, throughout the morning we'll be here in the Storm Tracker 360. Reporting live for now for the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Nate Splater.
Thank you, Nate. We'll be checking back in with Nate here in about 15 minutes for another update on those road conditions. Right now, traffic is moving just fine on I-70 in Columbia as we continue to monitor conditions across mid-Missouri. We'll be switching back over to KMIZ for continued coverage of this ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Alert Day. It's 8:53, and we'll have another check with our crews across mid-Missouri in a few minutes.
Be the first to know when winter weather is headed your way. Download the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather app for instant alerts and to track the storm before it arrives. Always tracking, always alerting. That's ABC 17 Storm Track Weather.
I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. The high school basketball season is underway, and you don't want to miss our game of the week. On Friday night at 7:30, watch MyZoo TV as the Rockbridge boys take on the Battle Spartans, live from Rockbridge High School.
Columbia Public Schools live high school basketball coverage is made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, and the Columbia Area Career Center.
Thank you.
What can she get out of a box of cookies? New perspectives. Amazing adventures. Self-expression. A better world. Experiences and friendships to last a lifetime. She sees herself in Girl Scouts. You can too. Be a Girl Scout.
Name a what insects might kill us. With a car windshield?
Family Feud.
They gonna bust us upside the head.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 22.
Palmer's has helped me come out of my shell more as a person. It's my favorite place ever. I love it here.
One big thing that keeps us coming back is being with our peers and the activities.
That has been probably the best thing, is that he gets to go do activities in the community in a safe environment.
I love coming to Palmer's Day program. We have a lot of fun and we learn a lot.
We've been very pleased with how person-centered they are, and they're very family-centered. I think we finally found our home.
Make your workday feel less like a chore with a Bad Boy tractor or mower from Precision Water and Power Sports. Power and performance to fit any farm or property. Comfort and quality to ease any workload. Fair prices and competitive financing to suit your budget. From loaders to cutters, Bad Boy tractors and mowers are built tough. At Precision Water and Power Sports, we're all about the experience. Visit online or stop by one of our locations in Jefferson City and Owensville.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it.
A 14-3 Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
ABC 17 News.
It is 8:56 this morning. Good morning, Mid-Missouri. Our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar and satellite showing a bit of a break in the snowfall for crews to get roads clear. There's not a whole lot of that to do Columbia and southward, but we do have some snow on especially some side roads to the north. We will see more snow, though, later this afternoon. That snow to the west moves through, brings us a chance for accumulations this afternoon.
We are Maxwell Trailers, your one-stop trailer shop, selling and servicing everything trailers. Manufacturing over 50 years, right here in mid-Missouri. We have a wide selection of trailers, truck beds, dock ladders, and more. We service any trailer, no matter the type or brand. Our expert staff will help you find the perfect trailer for your needs. Visit us today at our Columbia or Mexico location, maxwelltrailers.com.
When it's a big story,
ABC 17 News is all over it.
Missouri's governor has issued an executive order banning certain countries from buying farmland within 10 miles of military bases.
A Cotton Bowl victory for the Mizzou Tigers.
The perfect cap to the best year that Mizzou football has seen under head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
We found that the city of Columbia spent over $8,000 clearing homeless camps in 2023.
ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Can't decide what to watch?
I'm offering you 56 channels.
Sometimes it's better to watch
nothing. I think we really got something in.
What do we got?
An idea.
What idea?
It's about nothing.
And it's about nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
Nothing.
There you go.
I think you may have something here. Seinfeld. Because nothing is really something.
Seinfeld. Weeknights at 10 on Fox 22 KQFX.
All the nonsense
Fibber
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 4 on ABC 17 KMIZ.
Every weekday, Sherry's here to play. Woo! It feels good. All the fun. All the laughs.
Have you heard of a cold plunge?
I have heard of those.
Oh, shoot, that's cold!
Everything is gold. All Sherry.
No, sir.
It's the best time in daytime.
You still here?
Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22.
You know that guy? The one who's not afraid to ask the tough questions?
What goes into your decision making?
The guy uncovering problems affecting our community.
Why was there no step taken?
Getting to the bottom of what matters most.
Do you believe that's enough to ensure that these places are safe?
Yeah, this guy, ABC 17 news anchor and investigative reporter Lucas Geisler. Got a news tip for Lucas? Scan the code or click the share tab on abc17news.com to send one to him. Today is an ABC 17 Storm